Hey, MzeroA Nation, Jason Shepard here, joined by my lovely lady, Magda. How are you doing today, sweetie?
I'm doing great. Hi, everybody.
It wouldn't be the Safer Palate Challenge if we didn't talk a little bit. And actually, Magda you are the topic today.
Wow.
You're welcome, I think.
Thank you.
Show of hands, who has ever dealt with motion sickness? You can put both hands up. Too.
Yeah.
Listen, I dealt with motion sickness very, very early on in my flight training, and Magda has had some waves of motion sickness really on and off, if you want to share it with the MzeroA Nation.
Yes, we have been flying together for several years now, and I was totally fine for several months. And then we went to California.
Yeah, coming back. This is actually the second California trip. We went from California, from Medford, Oregon, back to Florida in a Bell 206 helicopter. She was a champ the entire way.
I loved it.
And then 23 Mike Zulu, leaving the Livermore AOPA fly-in.
Yes.
You want to tell them where we were going to?
Wow, we were going to Sedona.
We're going to Sedona, and that should give you a clue too. When you land at Sedona, in the vending machines, they have Dramamine in the vending machine. So
I felt better when I saw that.
Yeah, I think you're being a little bit hard on yourself with this because motion sickness is something we all have to work through. And by the way, we went through that little episode. We built up a great tolerance again. Life was good, and literally, as we're recording this, Magda's going through another little spat of motion sickness.
A strong wave. And it goes, for me, it goes on and off. And right now for Christmas, we had a very, very short flight to go see some family. And I thought we were going to be fine. It was a beautiful day, by the way. And Jason said, we are just going to, since it is a very short flight, we are going to just fly very low.
Yeah, we'll stay below the clouds.
Below the clouds.
It was just a little few layers. So we just stayed below. We were at 5,000 feet beneath the few layer.
Yes.
And we were getting bumped around.
And I just started feeling sick. My eyes were starting to get a little bit watery. And the pilot was asking me, how do you feel? And I just wanted to be a champion. Say, oh, I'm fine. And then I'm very thankful that you decided to call ATC. And
well, we caught it early because, again, I know Magda very, very well. I know when she's trying to be a champion. Oh, I can, and that's a big problem with motion sickness. Oh, I'm fine, I can do it. And then eventually you get to a threshold where there's no coming back from it.
Yes.
And let me tell you what the data actually shows to this. It's a little graphic, so I apologize. But what the data actually shows is if somebody gets motion sick to the point where they actually vomit, they regress in their tolerance.
yes, that was my mistake.
And that was, we pushed it, and I allowed her too as well to push it a little bit too far. And when I say regress, I don't mean a little bit. I mean, at least in Magda's case, it's almost back to square one.
Yeah.
So here we are now doing these small little local flights. It's winter time now, so the air's a little more stable, a little bit smoother with the exception of a few cold fronts. So we're able to build that tolerance back up.
Yes.
But one of the worst things you can do is actually vomit. Build up your tolerance slowly. If you look at my early logbooks, the lessons are like 0.4 and 0.5. There's these short little lessons as we work our way up. And there's a lot of other little remedies. There's the acupressure method. There's people recommend peppermint tea. Some people have the strategy, I'm not gonna eat because there'll be nothing to throw up.
That doesn't work for me, honestly.
It doesn't work for me either with that. And again, I'm sure you have things that work for you. But this is the thing. We can sit here and say, it's peppermint, do peppermint, or whatever it is. It's different for everybody. So please do share in the comments what you've done to overcome this enemy, and it is an enemy, of motion sickness, because maybe that will work for somebody, but do also understand everybody is different. The thing is, you got to get up there and you got to do it regularly is what it really comes down to with that.
Yeah, I would like for you to share very quick, what did you do as a pilot, as the PIC, when you felt that the passenger, in that case, I was getting sick?
Wow. So we were, like I said, it was a few layer at, I don't know, it was around, we were at 5,000 feet, so it was up there a little bit. I remember we had to climb to 9,000 feet, so it gives you the span of it. And I know Magda, and I knew when she wasn't as engaged in flying. Her eyes kind of got a little glossy and watery, like she said there. She was just staring at one spot, which can be good if you're staring at the right spot, but people often make the mistake of staring at something in the airplane, when in reality you need to look out as far as you can to that horizon as possible, which can be challenging. It's very easy to just want to stare at something in the airplane. I did that very early on. That doesn't help with that. I saw those early cues, and I was asking ATC for a higher altitude. I knew above this little layer, and it was a few clouds, seriously. Getting above that would smooth the air out. And we did. We got up there and we smoothed out. However, my champion was a little bit of a champion too long, and thankfully we fly with little baggies and go from there. Again, not to make anything too graphic, but we've regressed. And we're now working to build that tolerance back up. The same is true of me. If I don't fly for a while and you get some bumpy IFR conditions, it's different when you're the pilot in command. But who here cannot read a book and drive?
I can.
I cannot. I love reading. Yeah. I cannot read a book and drive.
And sometimes...
As passenger, by the way, not as the driver.
Sometimes I can even, as a passenger, I can even text. I have to be looking outside.
I've had her, hey, we're going to this, can you pick out a restaurant to go to get lunch on a long little cross-country drive? And she'll do it for 15 minutes. They go, I have to stop for a second. Anybody else like that? Phones, books, anything like that? We have to build up that tolerance. So really, the focus of this video today is to share with you, you're not alone. Yes. I have battled, and sometimes, in rare cases, still battle the enemy of motion sickness. And right now I'm helping my lady. And you all need to be helping your spouses, your sons and daughters, your best friends with motion sickness as well. Start small. Don't be a champion, and certainly don't let them try to be a champion as well, because what happens when you do that mentality, you find out too late is too late, is what really happens with all of that. Get them back on the ground, and if you can't do that quickly, get them to smooth air. Get that air vent open, blow it right on their face, breathe in your nose, out your mouth, these deep, revitalizing breaths, calm yourself down, and stare out at that horizon, assuming there is a horizon. Those are our tips. What are some of your tips that you can leave in the comments section below? I hope you're loving this 31-day Safer Pilot Challenge. Have a blessed, amazing, outstanding rest of your day. And most importantly, remember, Magda,
a good pilot is always learning.
We didn't even rehearse that. You did a great job. We'll see y'all.
Thank you. Bye.
MzeroA, I need to show you behind the scenes of how we made this video work. Look at Magda.
Do you really need to show it?
That's how we filmed the video, because if not, Magda would look like this, and it would have cropped her right there. Look, that's what the video would have looked like.
I'm 5'5", y'all.
5'4.5". Don't let her fool you. So you're loving the 31-day Safer Pilot Challenge. Hey, will you do us a huge favor? Will you just throw this video a thumbs up on YouTube, on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, like and follow MzeroA on Facebook, and really wherever you're watching this. This not only helps us, it helps future aviators find us as well. And if you are finding value in MzeroA.com, I know you can throw it a share as well, and just maybe share this message with somebody who truly needs to hear this. 2022 is going to be our safest year in aviation yet, and starts with us.